Again, my name's Gabe Zolna. A further update on the Chattanooga shooting. Catherine Harris, who's the talking head for the Pentagon, she's a contributor to Fox News. She made a couple of interesting comments. She said that it's been determined that the shooter, who we know little about other than he is not ex-military, so that rules out the administration's ability to call this workplace violence. She also said it's highly unusual to have the FBI there so quickly. She's been reporting for the last 15 years and she's never seen this happen as quickly as it's happened here in Chattanooga. They also said that Ramadan ends on the 17th, which is tomorrow. Is there a connection? I have no idea. What I do know is that changes need to be made. I got to believe that those Marines that are highly trained were sitting targets in a gun-free zone. It's completely insane that we put highly trained soldiers, airmen, Marines, Navy personnel, that are all very proficient in the use of weapons, and we put them in a situation where they can't defend themselves. How many of those 4 Marines that were slaughtered would have been alive today if they had access to a weapon? Possibly all 4. It could have ended right there and then. But we're putting our men and our women into a gun-free zone to be nothing more than targets. Ever since this administration took over, I believe that military bases, very few people other than the military police walk around with weapons. It's completely insane. We train these people to be very proficient, and then we put them into a shooting gallery where they're the targets. Completely and utterly insane. I'm going to go out on the limb, which is something I tend to do on occasion. This was not workplace violence. This was an act of terror. And we'll probably find that the shooter was a convert to that peaceful, loving religion. You know, the one that Hillary Rotten Clinton talks about. You know, when the chosen one was in Cairo and he said how much we owe Islam for all the good they've done. He didn't talk about the head chopping. He didn't talk about the mutilation of women's genitalia. He didn't talk about the raping of little children. He didn't talk about any of that. He just talked about their contribution to science, bridge building. The guy's nuts. You sort of getting the picture? I believe this will come down to an act of terror. We don't take the fight to them, they're bringing a fight to us. And those 4 Marines that were slaughtered could have defended themselves if they would have been armed. How insane is it? We train them to defend us, and we don't allow them to protect themselves. How insane is it? Probably as insane as having rules of engagement where they have to be shot at twice before they can return fire. Do you not get what's going on, folks? You're not awake.